Okay, let's be real. The business that you built to have more flexibility, freedom, etc., isn't exactly working out the way that you anticipated it to be. Now, I'm not saying that you don't like your business. In fact, you actually probably really love it, really love what you do. And you really want it to work. You enjoy aspects of what you're doing, but the vision that you had, the travel, the days at the beach, being able to like hop out and go spend the afternoon adventuring with your partner or your friends or by yourself, which PS, recording this right now, I'm doing a little bit of that myself today, and just wanted to record this video quickly before I jumped into one of my favorite coffee shops for that change of scenery. But anyway, so this is such a common thing. And for me, the whole reason that I built my business in the first place, yes, I wanted to help people. Like, people would ask me all the time, how did you do this? Like, I'm so jealous. You're so lucky, because I had left my career and my job, and my husband and I, alongside actually some friends, had packed up. We moved to the Caribbean, lived on a tropical island. We were living the dream for all intents and purposes. And so many people had asked me, like, how had you done it? Blah, blah, blah. So that's really kind of how my coaching journey started. But even before that, like, I knew that I wanted a way to make money that was something that I really enjoyed, where I would get paid to be myself, to and also be able to enjoy my life. I had a fairly successful career back in 2016 when I had left my job the first time, because there was some circles in there of having to go back to the 9 to 5. But back in 2016 when I left my job, I was a director of sales and marketing in the hospitality and tourism space, and I was, for all intents and purposes, successful. Sorry, I just got a message from one of my mentors. I sent her a message at 4:44, and the message that she sent me, her time, 4:44, because I'm in the U.S., she's in Australia, but the message she had sent me was at 1:11 my time. So all sorts of crazy magic happening there. So coming back to, you built this business for a reason. And I built my business for a reason, and many of the people in my world are very similar to me. And so it's not to say that you don't like what you're doing, but it's not what you expected. It's a really sad thing, and it like hurts my heart when I see this in people, because I've seen it myself, where, in the beginning of my, the coaching business, I did do coaching and consulting. I was pretty successful right off the bat, and I reached 10K months within like the first month to 6 weeks or so of working with my first business coach. And things were moving, it was going good. And really, when I got into this business, 10K months, like, that was really all I wanted, because at the time, that was all I needed to support the life that I envisioned. It was more than I had made in my corporate career. The most I think I had ever made was about $80,000, and that was really, really good at the time for someone in the position that I was in. So that was all I wanted. And once I had reached the 10K months, it was like this sudden feeling of, okay, what's next? It was just like this thing that I thought, this milestone I thought would change everything. When I reached it, didn't really change the feeling inside, and I really didn't even give myself time to celebrate it before I was on to the next thing. And so I worked like crazy, and I did in that time experience my first 15K months, my first $20,000 months, and after the first $20,000 month, I remember I was traveling. I was in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and then I was in Puerto Rico, I think, at the time. And it was great. I was working less than ever, and I was really enjoying my life. But then the next month, um, I went back into like hustle mode almost, and it wasn't like a conscious effort. It wasn't like, oh, I made all this money, but again, it was like I reached this point. Now what? What's next? So this was what was happening for me, and you may be able to resonate. And P.S. If you do resonate, I would love to hear from you in the comments, or if we are chatting back and forth, please let me know in our chat conversation, wherever that is, if you can resonate with this. But it was this cycle of ups and downs and energy, and honestly it started to be with my income as well, because I would like have these really great months, and everything would be sunshine and rainbows. Literally, I would be traveling, I felt so good and I was so happy, and then I would make so much money, and then I would not. So if you are paying attention here, you probably have recognized a little bit of that cycle was amazing life. Like when I hit 10K for the first time, we were in Arizona. I was like spending my days working on yoga, on my yoga mats, taking walks in the middle of the day. Like my office was like an outdoor little gazebo screen tenty thing. And it was just like such a magical time. And that was what I wanted for mine. So not everybody wants that, of course, but that was what I wanted for my life. I wanted to be able to work from anywhere, to have flexibility, to have freedom, to make money, and to live the life that I wanted in the way that I wanted. Even though a lot of people in my world, both, family, friends, and strangers on the internet, kind of judge that life, I knew that that was what I was meant for. And every time I made money, like more money from it, it was like that proof. But then it was like I had to prove to them that it was, excuse me, I had to prove myself to myself, like that I could continue going and going and going. And it was like, even though I had built this really like successful on paper business and I was making good money, in large part, I wasn't fully enjoying my life all the time, because I would go in these cycles, right? Where I would like make money and have like the proof of, okay, you can live an amazing life, but then it wouldn't work out. And looking back, I can see now that a lot of times it was, when I went back into that like hustle, the overworking, the burnout, that was actually when things would go down. And, some people can work more than others, like however much you work, there's no judgment about that. But what I've found is that we all have things that are aligned for us, ways of working, things that we desire. And when you are, and that's what makes you authentic. It's not just like showing up and talking and like showing people what's going on in your life. Like, yeah, that's a level of authenticity. But for me, I wasn't living the life that I actually had wanted, the whole reason that I had done this in the first place. So, my true belief is that when that happens, when we get off track, when we get misaligned, that it's almost like a gift. It doesn't feel like a gift sometimes at the time, but that's when you see plateaus in your income. That's when you see yourself burning out. Like that's when you see your schedule get so busy, where to a point where you're just like, you kind of have to make a choice. Is this how I want things to go or not? And this is a question I want you to ask yourself, because it's one I had to ask myself. Is this how you want it to go? First of all, is this what you envisioned for yourself? And second of all, is this the way things are right now? The, working what feels like 24/7, not having time to take, you can't really see the coffee shop and stuff, but not having the time to work where you want, to just do the things that you want, to spend time. Like yesterday, I went and like spent half the day with my husband doing like fun things. We went for a picnic the other day in the middle of the day. Like, if you are not living the life that you set out for, you can keep telling yourself, well, I'm just going to wait until I reach this milestone or until I get here. But I guarantee you, if you're not having these conversations with yourself, if you're not getting really real, 1 year from now, you're going to look back and you're going to probably think of this video and just be like, fuck, I should have listened to that. I should have had that conversation with myself. So I want you to ask, like, the way things are right now, are you okay with this being the way that you run your business, the way that business feels, the way your life feels for the long term, for the long haul? Are you happy, not just with how you're spending your time and how your days are going, but are you spending enough time taking care of yourself, doing the things that are important to you? Do you have the time to spend with your loved ones, your partner? Is your marriage, your relationship, the way you want it? Do you not have a relationship, but you want one? Because the whole thing is you had a vision for your life when you started this business, and the business was supposed to be in support of that. And if you have gotten away from that, that is why you need someone like me probably to help you to see what that is. What is the reason for it? Because the reason that your marriage isn't the way you want it, the reason that you're overworking in your business, the reason you're burning out, they're all related. I believe in a holistic approach to success. And when you work with me, we look at all of those. So I want you to, again, ask yourself the question, am I happy with the way things are right now? And taking that one level deeper, if 1 year from now your life and your business look exactly the same as they do now, will you be happy with that? And if not, I think we need to have a conversation. But either way, I would love to hear from you. So again, leave a comment, send me a message, and let me know if this has resonated with you. And I would love to have you, again, to be able to support you in this, and also to have you join my community, Unleashed and Authentically Expressed. The link should be in the description for this video. I can send it to you via message if we're chatting back and forth as well. So again, I hope this has landed with you and would love to hear from you of what came up. So enjoy the rest of your day. I know that I'm going to enjoy mine here at the coffee shop. Oh, maybe you could see the little patio there now. At the coffee shop and going and adventuring at the park. So talk to you all soon.